Right. Now we're going to talk about how to find the vertical asymptote. And the vertical asymptote is going to occur in the factored form because the domain, we're setting equal to 0. And what happens is here, like the domain here is every number except -2 because that's an asymptote. In other words, I still set this here equal to 0. So instead of x plus 2, it's still an inside liar, so x equals -2. And if you'll notice, the only difference between this and this one right now is the fact this one's not equal and this is a equals like -2. All right? Now then, when I come here to this one, I have, notice not one answer, but what? Two what? Asymptotes. It'll be x equals what? -8 and +3. But here's what happens different here. Y'all, please look. Here we had a hole because we have the same thing. Holes kind of kick them out. They're bouncers because you can either be an asymptote or it can be a hole, but it can't be both. So what happens is, right here, the x, that's x equals -1 is not an asymptote, but it's still not part of the domain because you can't have an answer there. Here, the only asymptote is at x plus 2 or x equals what? -2. That's the only place it occurs at. Here,
What is that?
there's still, there are 2 right here, guys. So we have x equals 2 and 1. Now notice, here we also had a what? We had a hole, so it kicks it out of what? Both of those. So the only verticals are what? X equals -3. Here is kind of neat. We already determined that the solution was all real numbers, so therefore there is no what? Asymptote. The asymptote here would be none because x squared plus 4, when you solve it to 0, gives you an imaginary answer. We have it right here. So that one's, and then here we have a hole at right there and there, which kicks them out. So the only vertical asymptote occurs at when x equals -12. All right, notice, when there was a hole, it kicked the answer out of the vertical asymptote.
Is the slant column going to be on the test?
Slant column will be on the test. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, go ahead.